Welcome to another episode of your Money Moment, where we talk about all things personal finance, investing, and financial freedom. As we head into the festive season, many of us are already planning those much needed December holidays. But before you get into vacation mode, there are a few financial tips you absolutely need to consider. Today, I'm going to share the top 5 financial moves to set you up for a stress-free, enjoyable break without the dreaded January money hangover. So let's dive right in. Tip number 1, set a holiday budget and stick to it. December is the season of giving, traveling and indulging, but it can also become a season of overspending if you're not careful. So before you pack your bags, set a realistic budget for your holiday expenses. Include everything: travel costs, accommodation, gifts, dining out, and those little extras like souvenirs or last-minute shopping. A great way to track this is by using budgeting apps like 22/7 or YNAB, or also called You Need a Budget. It's all too easy to get carried away when the holiday spirit kicks in. But remember, those credit card bills will still be waiting for you in January. Make a list of essential expenses and stick to it. By setting clear spending limits, you can avoid starting the new year with buyer's remorse and a mountain of debt. Tip number 2, pay off or reduce high interest debt before you go. This one is crucial, especially if you're heading into the festive season already feeling the pinch from monthly credit card payments or personal loans. High interest debt can be a financial ball and chain, and letting it linger into the new year only adds unnecessary stress. Before splurging on holiday fun, prioritize paying off at least or reducing those high interest debts. If you have been putting it off, now's the time to double down and clear as much as you can. Trust me, starting January debt-free, or at least with less debt, is one of the best gifts that you can give yourself. Remember, every rand you pay off now saves you in the future in interest charges. Tip number 3 is plan ahead for your January expenses. It's easy to get swept up in the December spending frenzy and forget that life and its expenses will resume in January. School fees, utility bills, rent, or bond payments won't pause just because you went on vacation. In South Africa, January is often referred to as January because so many people run out of money before the end of the month. To avoid this stress, plan ahead. Set aside money now for those January expenses so that you can kick off the new year on a financially sound note. One of my favorite tips here is to open a separate savings account specifically for January bills. In this way, it's out of sight and out of mind during your holiday, but ready for when you return and the new year begins. Tip number 4 is don't forget travel insurance. Many South Africans will be hitting the road or even flying overseas for the year-end break. If that's you, don't forget to get travel insurance. Whether it's for local or international travel, things can go wrong. Think cancelled flights, lost luggage, or unexpected medical emergencies. Travel insurance can save you from shelling out thousands of rands if things don't go as planned. And if you're traveling with kids or elderly family members, it's a non-negotiable. Check with your bank or your insurance provider, as some credit cards even offer complimentary travel insurance if you book flights through them. Just make sure to read the fine print so you know what is covered. And lastly, tip number 5, keep your investments and savings on track. It's easy to fall into the trap of dipping into your long-term savings or investments to fund your holiday, especially when those expenses creep up unexpectedly. But remember, the money you've set aside for future is exactly for that, for your future. Avoid withdrawing from your retirement account, your tax-free savings, or your investments to cover holiday costs. If you've already been investing or saving throughout the year, give yourself a pat on the back and let that money continue to work for you. Instead, focus on using your holiday budget or your savings to fund any extra expenses. And if you receive a year-end bonus, consider using a portion of it to top up your retirement fund or savings rather than spending it all at once. Alright, those are my top 5 financial tips to consider before you head off on your December holidays. Remember, the festive season is meant to be a time of joy, relaxation, and quality time with loved ones. By making a few smart financial decisions now, you You can truly enjoy the break without worrying about the financial fallout in January. If you found these tips helpful, please share this episode with friends and family who could benefit from a bit of financial wisdom this holiday season. And don't forget to follow us on social media for more financial insights and tips. Until next time, have a safe, happy, and financially sound festive season.
When you're navigating through life's big events, like buying a home, starting a family, or approaching retirement, you need sound and impartial financial advice. Mauritz Oberholzer, a financial advisor at Stonehouse Capital, specializes in personal financial planning. Visit mauritzoberholzer.co.za or call 082-774-1996. For practical and easy-to-understand advice and tips, don't miss your Money Moment with Mauritz Oberholzer, Thursday mornings at 10 on E-Radio.